I'm Raghavendra here. Yeah, brief you about few things. You students of PUC should know about your future studies, maybe at state level or at national level. Okay, what preparations you have to make, what are the examinations you need to write, what are the courses available. Okay, then how to prepare for all this. That is the most important thing. Okay, there are two aspects: what are available, then what I can do. So I am now addressing students of Purna Prajna PU College Udupi and the parents as well. So my talk will be mainly focusing on these two types of audience: parents as well as students. Okay? Parents also are supposed to know what are the available colleges, courses. Okay? You might have already heard the two familiar words: CET, engineering colleges, then MBBS, medical colleges, then JEE Main, JEE Advanced. Okay? What are these exactly? Okay? So presently you are doing your PUC. Okay, this is what we call as 12th standard. So all of you are here, maybe first year or second year. Okay. After your 12th standard, you will have to choose some of the courses for your advanced study. This is a very crucial moment, very important decision in your life you will be taking. Therefore, it is better if you prepare now itself, not after 12th standard. ನಿಮಗೆ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಓದಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಆದಷ್ಟು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಒಂದು ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ತುಂಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು. ಈಗಲೇ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ. There are students who aim at their higher studies starting from 8th standard itself. 8ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ನಿಂದಲೇ ನನಗೆ ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದವು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. 12th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಫೇಸ್ ಆರ್ ರೈಟ್ many types of examinations. One by one we will see what are these examinations, why these examinations, and what do we get. Also, how to prepare for this examination. So you are familiar with the CET. This is a competitive examination, common entrance test. This is conducted by Karnataka Examination Authority. This name is not very familiar with you. Okay, this is a state level exam. State level exam mainly for engineering courses and also for some life science courses. Not exactly MBBS, some life science courses. ಈ CET ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಪೇಪರ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ: ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್, ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ, ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್, ಬಯಾಲಜಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು 4 ಪೇಪರ್ ಕೋರ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್. ಆ 4 ಪೇಪರ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಬಯಾಲಜಿ ತಗೊಂಡವರಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಯಾಲಜಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ PCM ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸೀಟ್ ಇನ್ ಎಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್, ಅಥವಾ PCB ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲೈಫ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಕೋರ್ಸಸ್. So you will find physics and chemistry common. So now itself you can decide. Even if you want to decide later which you want to go for, physics and chemistry is a must. Okay? Whether you will choose mathematics or biology, maybe you can think of it later after a while. What is the difference between our board exam and CET exam? ನಿಮಗೆ ಪಿ ಯು ಸಿ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ನವರು ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದರ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಸಿ ಇ ಟಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಕೊಡಬಾರ್ದು? ವೈ ಶುಡ್ ಯು ರೈಟ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್, ಸಿ ಇ ಟಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾದದ್ದು, ದ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ನೋಟಿಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಪಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫೈಯಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್. ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫೈಯಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಗ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್, ಗ್ರೇಡೇಷನ್. ನಿಮಗೆ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ 1ನೇ 2ನೇ 3ನೇ ಅಂತ ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗುವಂಥ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಇದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 60 ಮಾರ್ಕಿನ 3 ಪೇಪರ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, 60 60 60. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 180 ಮಾರ್ಕಿನ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ. ಈ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನ ಪಿ ಸಿ ಎಮ್ ಸ್ಕೋರನ್ನು 300 ಮಾರ್ಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 180 ಮಾರ್ಕು. ಇದರ 2ರ ಆ್ಯಾವರೇಜನ್ನು 50%, 2ರ 50%ವನ್ನು ಸೇರಿಸಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿ ಇ ಟಿಗೆ ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನೀವು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ 100, ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 100, ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ 100 ತೆಗೆಯುವವರಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ತೆಗೀತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 60 60 60 ತೆಗಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಷ್ಟ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಸುಲಭ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 300ರಲ್ಲಿ 300 ತೆಗೆದವರು ಕೂಡ ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ 90ರಿಂದ 100 ಮಾರ್ಕಿನೊಳಗೆ ನಿಲ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೇಗೆ? ಏನು ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕೋರಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್? ಸಿ, ಫಾರ್ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್, ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಎ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಪ್ರಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ಡ್ ಬೈ NCERT. If you study the problems and the theorems in those books, you can score well. But whereas ಈ ಪಿ ಸಿ ಎಮ್ಗೆ ಸಿ ಇ ಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, those questions they come not beyond your syllabus but beyond your book. ಬುಕ್ಕಿನಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ನಾಲೆಜನ್ನು ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ಸನ್ನು ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಹೌ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಅಂತ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಥರದ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸಾಧಾರಣ 1 ನಿಮಿಷಕ್ಕೆ 1 ಕ್ವೆಶನ್, 60 ನಿಮಿಷದಲ್ಲಿ 60 ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ನೀವು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಹೊಂದಬೇಕು. ಇದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ತರಬೇತಿ ಅಗತ್ಯ. ಯು ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ ಕೋಚಿಂಗ್. ಕೋಚಿಂಗ್ 100% ಅಗತ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್. ಇನ್ ಮೈ ಓನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೀನ್ ಸಮ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆಲ್ ವಿದೌಟ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಎನಿ ಕೋಚಿಂಗ್. ಹಾಗಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಂದ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಕೋಚಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪಲ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್ ತರ್ತದೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪಿಯರ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ. ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಪಿಯರ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್. ದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಯರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ದೇ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ CET. ದೇ ಲರ್ನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಈಚ್ ಅದರ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಸಮ್ ಕೋಚಿಂಗ್. Okay? Only when you make your friends group and make a combined study, your performance will be better. Even if you score, say here you may score up to 90%, not very difficult. up to 90% you can score. Here ನೀವು 180ರಲ್ಲಿ 90ರಿಂದ 100 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ತೆಗಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಷ್ಟಪಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಬಟ್ ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸಾಕು, ನಿಮಗೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಸೀಟ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಗುಡ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ there are reservations available as per our central government and state government rules. Okay, 50% seats are meant for general merit, remaining 50 are for reservation. ಈ 50% merit ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ see there are students who are coming from rural side, village side. There are students who have studied up to 10th standard in Kannada medium. So to compete with others, it may be difficult for them. Therefore, government has reserved some seats. So these seats, they are coming under rural category, Kannada medium category, like that. So before, well in advance, you must know which category is applicable to you and see the cut-off marks. Go through the KEA website, KEA. Go through the KEA website, see last year's cut-off marks. That will give you a matrix of engineering colleges available and courses available, also the cut-off marks required. Looking at them, you select which college you want to join, which course you want to join, and what is the rank you have to score. How many colleges are there? How many seats are there? Altogether, there are about 83,440 seats, engineering seats available. And under CET, you will get about 47,000 seats under CET. There are government colleges, private colleges. These private colleges, they have got their seats given to CET as well as for the management. ಈ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುವ ಸೀಟ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ದ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಸ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಎ ಕನ್ಸೋರ್ಟಿಯಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಕಾಮೆಡ್-ಕೆ. ಕಾಮೆಡ್-ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು CET-ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು CET-ಗೆ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅದೇ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ಕಾಮೆಡ್-ಕೆಗೆ ಸಾಕು. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ಸು ಸೇಮು, ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ನ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಕೂಡ ಸೇಮ್. ಓನ್ಲಿ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸೀಟ್ಸ್, ಫೀಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹೈ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇವನ್ ಕಾಮೆಡ್-ಕೆ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟ್ರೈ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಗುಡ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಇನ್ CET, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಇನ್ ಕಾಮೆಡ್-ಕೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್. Other than engineering colleges, you have some life science courses, as I said, mainly fisheries, BSc fisheries, then BSc agriculture, then one more important course, B Pharma. Some about 80 colleges are there offering B Pharma. This is also a very good professional course, B Pharma. We get very few B Pharma students. B Pharma ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಶಾಪ್ ಇಡ್ಬೋದು. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಇನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಸ್ಯೂಟಿಕಲ್ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್. ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಇನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಸ್ಯೂಟಿಕಲ್ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡೂ B Pharma. ಸೊ there is a lot of scope for B Pharma also. So you can go for B Pharma through PCB, that is the same CET rank under PCB, physics, chemistry, biology. You get a good rank, you can go for fisheries, agricultural, B Pharma. Agricultural colleges, BSc AG, is not familiar here in South Canara and Udupi, but there are a lot of aspirants in other places of Karnataka. There is a heavy rush for agricultural BSc. Mainly, India is depending only on agricultural production. Our economy is on agricultural production. Therefore, we give a lot of importance, a lot of government schemes, agencies, they depend on agriculture and agricultural outputs. So there are government posts, also private posts for which BSc AG is required, BSc Agriculture. Therefore, there is a demand for agriculture. Then similarly, fisheries, okay, similar course, but not many colleges, very few colleges for BSc Fisheries. So these are the courses which you can go through CET. Now, these courses are all for Karnataka state. All for Karnataka state. Examination is also limited to Karnataka students. Now, what are colleges available throughout India? You can aim high. Always. If there is a chance, if you get a chance, you can always go for better opportunities. Through CET, if you take biology as a subject, you can go for B veterinary science, few colleges in Karnataka, veterinary science, that is veterinary doctors, okay, looking after animals, then fisheries, agriculture, then B pharma, okay. These are all coming under life science. So these are the courses available for state government students under state government competitive examination CET. Now we will come to another important word, JEE Main, JEE Advanced. See, just recently you have seen in newspapers, JEE Advanced results have come. Okay. What is the difference between these two? What is the difference between JEE Main and CET? A lot of confusion among parents. Should I answer JEE Main? Should I answer CET? Some students I have seen saying, I will try for CET, enough. They are all not much difference. It is only difference in your work culture. If you work hard and with strategy, if you study for JEE Main, you can easily clear CET with a very good marks. Therefore, it is better you focus on JEE Main. Advantage is, 3 advantages. You can easily go through, clear CET examination. JEE Main is the qualifying examination for JEE Advanced. About 1,80,000 students will be selected in JEE Main. They are eligible to answer JEE Advanced. Okay. Also, if you are also preparing for NEET, then the physics and chemistry in JEE Main, we require 3 subjects, physics, chemistry, maths. Physics and chemistry will be same for NEET also. Same preparation is required because NEET examination for MBBS and other medical courses throughout India, it is a national level exam, therefore a lot of competition. You require questions of the standard of JEE Main, so you have to study little advanced. So what is the difference between these two? As I said, you have 60, 60, 60, 180 marks, each paper answered separately. Okay, mathematics 60 marks, in 1 hour you have to answer and come out. The questions are framed such that they are not very difficult to answer, knowledge level, memory level, then small calculations. Lengthy calculations, questions won't be there. Deep thinking, very deep thinking questions are also not there for CET. Simple ones. If you practice more and more, if you coach yourself better, then if you try for main, this will be a cakewalk. You don't have to study anything extra, directly walk and write the exam, you will get good marks. 120 out of 180. 120 out of 180 is a very good score, you will get very good college. So prepare, while preparing, focus and study the materials for JEE Main, physics, chemistry, mathematics. Okay. This is all India level examination organized at the central CBSE, and now it is organized by NTA. I said 1.80 lakh students are selected for advance. Why these two exams? Okay. Now this main examination, JEE Main, is mainly for National Institute of Technologies spread throughout India. There are 31 colleges. In Karnataka, we have NIT Surathkal, one of the premier institutes of Karnataka. It is among the NITs standing in top 4 colleges, ranking top 4. So that's the advantage with us. We have a very good national level, you can say of international level, engineering college near us. Each engineering NIT college, they offer BTech degree. Around 750 to 800 seats are available. Out of, say, these many seats, in Surathkal we have 782 seats. Exactly 50% seats are reserved for that state, Karnataka state. So, if you are a Karnataka student, you have 50% seats reserved. I am not talking about general reservation. General reservation of category SC, ST, OBC, then general merit, rural, they are all different. 50% seats are for Karnataka students only. Remaining 50% seats are given for other states. Same way, there are other NITs. In Tamil Nadu, you have NIT Trichy, that is also one among top colleges. There are also about 780 seats. Again, 50% will go for Tamil Nadu. Remaining 390 students seats, you can compete with the other students of the country, of the nation. So likewise, there are 31 NITs. These NITs are of very high standard. If you get into these NITs, mainly the top 15 NITs which were started earlier, even now you will find 100% employment, placement. So that is the advantage joining NIT. It has got a brand name. If you are going for good college or good course, depend. We have seen students taking up mechanical, electrical, finally end up doing job in software companies. It's not necessarily that you should choose computer science or information science to become a software engineer. You look at the engineering software companies, you will find many of them are from different backgrounds. They are trained, that's all. Then in those cases, the brand name of the college will come into help. Throughout your life, you can put I am BTech from this particular college. So, there are students who will give importance to college. There are students who will give importance to course. So, that is left to you. Okay. For these seats, you have to score well here. Here, you don't consider your PUC board marks for gradation. Only IIT JEE Main marks are considered. Only minimum qualifying marks will be prescribed. Like say you should have 70% minimum in PUC, like that. So these norms, year by year, there will be small changes. Okay. Then there will be 3 papers, physics, chemistry, maths, all of them answered together in one exam, 3 hours, one exam. Okay, you can answer physics in 2 hours and remaining chemistry and maths in next 1 hour if you are good in physics. Okay, if you are good in chemistry or if you like chemistry, you can answer all the questions in chemistry. But thing is, you should answer minimum each physics, chemistry, maths, each subject you have to answer minimum score. You have to score minimum. There is a minimum in each score. But if you are scoring more, the advantage is, since all the 3 papers are conducted in one schedule, you can dedicate more time for some papers. Here, you can take more than 1 minute for a question, unlike CET. You can, on an average, if you take 2.5 minutes to answer the score will be out of sometimes 436, it depends, it changes sometimes, around 400 marks out of 436. Say 200, if you score 200, then you can be sure of seats in NIT. If you score 200, you will get good course in NIT Surathkal. So that is the requirement, so almost 50%. Whereas in CET, if you have to score out of 180, you have to score 130, 140 if you want to get a very good class. Here enough, even if you score say 260 to 300, you can choose whatever you want. Then what about this advanced? See, in India, we have international level engineering colleges. They are called Indian Institute of Technologies, IITs. Earlier in 1960s, they started about 5 IITs, keeping in view that India requires international level engineers. So they passed a bill in Parliament to start IIT. So these IITs, they are governed by bill passed by IIT, therefore other government norms are not applicable. Because of that, IITs have a lot of freedom in designing their courses, selecting their staff members, selecting their students. Because of that, the courses offered there are in very good demand. Okay, we have 16 now at present in India, 16 IIT colleges. In Karnataka, we have one that is at Dharwad. That was started recently, about 7 years back. IIT Madras, IIT Delhi, IIT Bombay, they stand among top 3 IITs. Placement is 100%. That is what you think now. At present, your objective is good placement, good course. But once you enter IIT, you will really know why these are called international level. You get very good peer group. The students coming there are fully oriented with lot of knowledge. You will have to learn a lot. Okay. Then very good professors, very good lab facilities, international level lab facilities. Each IIT will have about 500 to 1000 acres of land, and all of them are self-sufficient with the hostel facilities. Even NITs are also like that. Hostel facility 100%, every student will get a hostel. Okay, that is how they are constructing. They are also supported by old students. If you see, top CEOs mainly are from IITs. These old students, they support these IITs in all possible ways, financially, academically, technical support, everything. That is why they managed to retain, sustain their standard. Okay. Then what is the difference between exams? Out of 180 or 1.8 lakh, 1,80,000, they are eligible to write advanced, and among these many, about 11,300 seats will be available. For these seats, these many applicants, okay, they will announce rank because there are categories. They will announce rank up to 35,000, sometimes 40,000 also, depending. Even if you get a rank, that itself is sufficient. Throughout your lifetime, you can write, I have cleared advanced. I was eligible for IITs. It is possible. What is the difference between exams? See, CET questions basically short in nature, okay, more of memory. If you work hard, more and more questions you can answer easily. Whereas in main, you will have some difficult questions, 2 or 3 questions clubbed together and made into one question. Here I told you 2 to 3 minutes to answer a question. 2 to 3 minutes to answer a question. Even if you score 50% enough, so 3 hours, you answer 50% of the questions correctly, the disadvantage is there is a negative negative marks. If you answer wrongly, 1/4 will be deducted. Okay, there will be negative marks, so that will be told to you well in advance. And there are different types of questions. In CET, all are similar type of questions. There will be different types of questions. When it comes to advanced, there are still varieties of questions. In both main and advanced, there is a negative marks. This is where you have to be very careful. You cannot simply blindfolded answer. Okay, you may lose also. So because of that, you choose the question, read, understand, only if you are sure, write the answer. Even if you take 3 to 4 minutes, if you get correct answer, good, enough. So that is how you can clear advanced. How to study for them? For both advanced and main, you have to come out of your regular textbook. You approach your teachers, ask your teachers, which other books I can refer. There are standard books. Standard books means they are not written for your PUC level. General physics books, general mathematics books, books for calculus, books for algebra, books for trigonometry. Okay, there are good publishers who are publishing these type of books for the students who will be preparing for IITs, and you have got enough material available in internet. If you go through, there are some mock tests available. You just try to answer, then you will come to know, you will become familiar the difficulty level and variety of questions. So take your teacher's help. This is very important. Don't shy away. Okay? Discuss with your friends. Take your teacher's help. Ask for which book. Then you have to study from basics. Don't study for the examination oriented, like board exam. In board exam, what we do is, many of our students, they study only for examination. They are not bothered to know the actual meaning of the problem, essence of the basics. But that is what is required to answer main and advanced. You have to start studying from first day of first PUC. That is also not enough. There are students who will spare one more year. They will spare one more year and they answer these examination. So that is the requirement. You require a lot of dedication, hard work, okay, but don't put yourself in pressure. You can be relaxed. We say that it is very tough, but it is not impossible. You will find, you see the statistics, every year from our two districts, Udupi and Dakshina Kannada, about around 20 students, they are going to IITs. About 70-80 students, they are going to NITs. That means it is possible, but that number is very small compared to other states because we focus only on CET. Nothing wrong in focusing on CET, but if you focus on main, you have advantage. You can go to NIT as well as other engineering colleges. Okay. You have the advantage of what is called as dual degree. Have you heard of dual degree? See, in IITs, they offer BTech, MTech together. In 5 years, you can come out with MTech. While doing your BTech, you have to take extra papers, and the papers what you have to study in MTech, you have to cover here. The project work, what you have to do here in BTech, you have to combine and do it in MTech, and thereby you will save 1 year, you will get 2 degrees. It is not integrated, it is dual degree program. See, integrated is different. Integrated MSc, you have heard integrated MSc. There are integrated MSc programs by NITs and IITs. Those also you can try. That is BSc, MSc together. They will give you directly MSc degree in 5 years. They are all national level schools, therefore you will get very good value for your MSc. So if you are interested in pure science, you can try for integrated MScs in these national level institutes. Okay. More about this, I will come to other courses. Now, recently, we have another national level institute called IIIT, that is Indian Institute for Information Technology, mainly for computer science and information science. Okay. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ selection ಬೇಕಾದರೆ, if you want selection, you have to score well in IIT Advanced. Okay. These are also well reputed. In Bangalore we have one, then in Dharwad we have one, Hyderabad we have one. There are about 15 IIIT colleges in India and around 4,000 seats. If you are very much interested in computer science, you can go for this. Running well. Only thing is they are new. Among these IIITs, Bangalore IIIT is doing extremely well because it is being sponsored by, funded and sponsored, supported by some IT giants. Okay. Entire idea of IIIT colleges are, they are to be supported and managed by IT industries. Okay. IT industries have to adopt these colleges, and whatever they want, they have to give them as projects in these colleges. So that was the idea, and that has been very successful. Okay. Students getting to IIIT are now going to very top companies with very high salary. So that is how these IIITs are also attracting students. Okay. If you do well in IIT Advanced, you will have a chance to get into IIIT. If you get a IIIT seat, then fine, it's good. In fact, you have the first competitive examination you will be facing in PUC is KVPY, Kishore Vaijnanik Protsahak Yojana. There are two levels for first year PUC and second year PUC. When you are in first year PUC itself, you can answer this. I think today, that is 10th or no, 8th of October. 8th of October is the last date for enrollment. Okay, examination will be conducted in January this year. Syllabus will be your first year PUC syllabus. Syllabus for this will be second year PUC syllabus. Okay. What is the idea behind this? The idea behind this is to promote pure science, scientists, to produce good scientists in India. What will you get if you clear this exam? How to prepare? Again, you should be good in basics. Those who are in first year PUC now, you can start preparing now itself. If you have already registered for the exam, you can start preparing. In 3 months, you study whatever you have studied in physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics in 10th standard and your first year PUC, CBSE level. Not just restricting to your textbook. Go beyond the textbooks, study thoroughly, you can clear CBSE, KVPY. Clearing first year KVPY is always better. This will be little difficult and this has got more weightage because they want to identify budding talents. That is why they give more importance for first year students. Okay, once you are selected here, you will be called KVPY student, Kishore Vijnan. You are a small scientist. Okay. If you clear this, then you can go for BSc, pure science, in any of the colleges in Udupi or in Mangalore. Every month I am talking about, you will get 5,000 rupees stipend and yearly 20,000 for any of the projects. If you want to do, you do some projects, you will get 20,000. BSc, not only in, say you can come to Purna Prajna College and do your BSc, you will get this. Any of the colleges. Not only here, also you might have heard Indian Institute of Science, IISc, only college in India, only institute in India, in top 50 of world ranking, Indian Institute of Science, very premier institute. It is dream of every scientist to work in Indian Institute of Science. If you score very well in KVPY, you can get entry for a BS degree. They are offering 4-year BSc degree. 4-year BS degree in Indian Institute of Science. Limited number of seats, 150 seats, 75 for general category. And you will also avail stipend. And it's not very difficult. If you look at the statistics, last 5 years, every year at least 4 or 5 students have got seats here from our 2 districts. Therefore, you can try. Don't say that it is not possible. Just try. And certainly getting here is much better than getting into any of the engineering seats. Because if you do this BS 4 years, then even the engineering graduates where they are going for job, the companies, they will offer jobs to these students first because they are from Indian Institute of Science. That is the advantage, your brand name of the college. Not only Indian Institute of Science, there is only one institute in India. There is another called ISER, Indian Institute for Science, Education and Research. You have 7 ISER colleges There are 1325 seats. These are also giving BS, MS program. They are giving dual degree, BS and MS. That is Bachelor of Science, Master of Science together. Okay. They are again of very high standard, lot of demand for this, very good lab facilities, very good professors, very good projects you get. So if you get a seat in IISER, certainly you can go for this. Similar to IISER, IISER is managed directly by Central Government Human Resource Department, HRD. There is another Department of Atomic Energy. It is running one more institute called National Institute for Science, Education and Research. Only one center. Under one center there are 7 streams and they are offering integrated MSc. From IIT Main, JEE Main, you can get a seat. Here, and here, Indian Institute of Science. So, Indian Institute of Science, if you want to enter, there are 3 streams of entry, 3 doors. You can come through main exam, JEE Main exam. If you do well, you can come. Advanced exam, if you score well, you can get a seat. Or if you score well in KVPY, you can get into IISc. So IISc admits from 3 different doors. Similarly, IISER admits students. All the students entering the Indian Institute of Science and IISER, they will get stipend. For getting into NICER, they have separate exam called NEST exam. NEST. You have to answer this exam, another extra exam. Okay, but recently they have a plan to switch over to JEE Main. You have heard of Chandrayana, now Mangalyana. Who is organizing all this? ISRO. ISRO is basically research institute at space science, producing satellites. They have started their university called ISRO University. They are offering BTech degree. BTech degree. Earlier they were conducting their own exam. Now they are getting admission from JEE Advanced. Limited number of seats, but job guaranteed by ISRO itself. Okay, if you go for this course, next 4 years you will be doing BTech. Next another 4 years you will be working there minimum. Okay, starting salary will be 1.2 lakh. So that is the advantage. You will be starting as a scientist C level. So you will have an advantage. If you are interested in space science, then you can try for this. But limited number of seats. So other than this, you have got central universities. Every state in India, they have got one university each, which is designated as a central university. In Karnataka, we have got central university at Gulbarga. These central universities are supposed to be offering courses with very high standard, and any central university, you get a seat for integrated MSc, you can go for this. They will admit through your JEE Main score or some of them are conducting their own exams. Okay. So you have got integrated MScs, also BSc courses. BSc courses you can do in ordinary college or central universities. Now I was telling about 5,000 rupees per month if you clear KVPY. But that is not the only way you can get 5,000 rupees. Say if you are falling into top 1% of any of national level or state level exams like CET, board, CBSE, ICS, then JEE Main, JEE Advanced, any of these exams, if you do well, if you fall into top 1%, then if you are continuing your study as basic science degree, you will get scholarship of 5,000 per month. That is called Inspire Scholarship. Only condition is in board examination, say PUC board exam, if your score is 95% and above, you are likely to get. 96%, 100% you will get, provided you come to BSc. Nowadays pure science is picking up because future lies in pure science. Okay, every field will have some saturation, whereas science will never get saturated because innovations have to take place every time. Therefore, pure science is again getting the momentum. So you can think of doing pure science, but don't neglect your CET or IIT Main, JEE Main, because they are the motivating examinations. You start, they will compel you. You will start studying your subjects through basics from the scrap. Okay, that will motivate you, and later you can think of going for pure science. Now, for information, you might have heard about examination called Maths Olympiad. Recently, you have Physics Olympiad, Chemistry Olympiad, but the most famous is Maths Olympiad. This examination is conducted once in a year. Any student from 8th standard to 11th standard can answer this examination. Okay. They will conduct at state level. First they will conduct at state level. They will select about 30 students. They will train them. They will train them for 30 students, and they will compete at national level. Say about 1,000 students will be writing national level exams. Again, from there 30 will be selected. They will be given a training about 2 months. Then out of 30, a team of 5 representing India, they will compete in international level. Recently, last year, our Karnataka student was a member of this top 5 students. What is the advantage? Okay, you prepare well, and if you try well, you will get very good orientation for your studies. See, these questions, they will not appear in your CET or not appear in your board exam, but you try to answer them, you can study physics or chemistry very well. That is required. See, what is the advantage of trying these exams is you will get very, very good logic developed in your mind. So that is about Maths Olympiad. If you clear Maths Olympiad, if you are among the top 30 in India, there are some institutes. They will give you admissions. In Madras, there is one very famous institute called Chennai Mathematical Institute that is offering BSc in Mathematics, international level. If he completes BSc Mathematics here, immediately after BSc, he will be offered job in some of international level laboratories as scientists. That is the course. So you have to be either direct exam or you have to be one among 30 in Maths Olympiad. Similar to CMI is focusing on mainly mathematics. They also have physics. So if you are interested in physics, you can do it in CMI, mathematical physics. Very, very strong subject, mathematical physics. There are very few people, you might have heard about Gauss. He is a famous mathematician and also a physicist. So, mathematical physics is one of the very, very attractive course. So, you can do it in CMI. Like CMI is only one institute where it will absorb only 30 students per year. You Google the word Indian Statistical Institute. This is another international level institute. They have got centers at headquarters at Kolkata, centers at Delhi and Bangalore. They offer BSc, MSc, PhD. If you do BSc, same thing as I said here. The student doing BSc in ISI, about 30 students. That's all. Only 30 students. Even those seats are many times not filled. If they don't get very standard students, they don't fill the seats. Kolkata, you have got BSc Mathematics, BSc Physics. Bangalore, you have got BSc Mathematics. Okay. These seats, they conduct their own exams. They are all of IIT Main and IIT Advanced, mixed level, almost in between. If you do well in IIT Advanced, you can easily clear IIT ISI entrance also. And is it possible? We have examples where our students from the district have entered into this. So far I only spoke about for science courses, mainly engineering. Then medical I have kept apart. You have got national level NEET exam. I am not touching this here today. Okay. This is national level for MBBS, BDS, Ayurvedic courses. Physics, chemistry, biology is the subject. Standard of IIT Main and NEET are almost same. If you get rank around 50,000, you can get a good college in Karnataka. If you get a rank around say 1 lakh, you can get a good Ayurvedic college in Karnataka. So that is approximately the strategy you can adopt. Okay, I'll only restrict my talk here for this. Other than this, there are some other courses most of our students are not aware of, or our district, maybe entire coastal Karnataka, we are not interested in doing law. Lot of demand for lawyers, mainly at High Court and Supreme Court. You have seen the positions of judges kept vacant. If you want to be a very good lawyer at national level, there is one exam called CLAT, CLAT. After PUC, you can try this. Okay, you got to prepare mainly 5 subjects: English, general knowledge, then quantitative aptitude, mathematical reasoning, then logics in law. They give you some stories, they ask you some questions. Looking at the stories, logically you have to derive what is the outcome. So if you go through internet, you will get questions. You practice yourself 3 months. If you set, you can clear this CLAT. We have got many students here recently trying and clearing these CLAT examinations. So about 20 colleges are there, out of which top 10 colleges, Bangalore, Bombay, Delhi, Gujarat, you got top 10 colleges, national law schools, they call it national law schools. If you get into one of them, then your life is attained. That is, you can attain your goal. You will get very good post in companies, government, or you can practice on your own. So this is one more area you can try, CLAT. Other than this, you do BSc, then you can go for CA. You do BSc, you can go for economics, then statistics. See, these are the areas where we have lack of human resources in India. At present, we have a lack of human resources. Not many people are there. Experts are there. Economics, statistics, data science. You can try after BSc or directly also. You have directly 5 years course, integrated MA in central universities. You can try this. You have law school of economics. In Karnataka, in Bangalore, they are opening school of economics. So there is lot of demand for these courses. So you can think of this also. So with that, I wish you all the best. And again, I will conclude. You focus more on studying beyond your textbook. Look at old question papers, practice them. Look at old, mainly JEE main question papers. Try JEE main old question papers, practice. If you have doubts, ask your teachers. You try for JEE main, you can easily clear CET. You can clear JEE main, so it is not impossible, difficult, you should be ready for that. Dedication, hard work, 2 important things. I wish you all the best. Thank you.